Yo, what is going on, everybody? Shri, Kanase here. So why you can't find winning products when it comes to Shopify dropshipping. Now, let's be honest, this is literally one of the biggest problems when doing dropshipping with Shopify, or you could be running your own brand for that matter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the product that you end up testing, because the product is what is going to get you the sales on your Shopify store. Now, it is kind of unfortunate that one of the biggest issues so many dropshippers and just so many e-com store owners face is that they are not able to find winning products fast enough, or the other side is they're not even able to find any winning product at all. Now, they may find a product that gets them sales here and there. They may even do a good amount in sales, but only to end up in a loss at the end. I mean, nobody really wants to run a business like that. So if you're wanting to get profits and if you're wanting to find more winning products, watch this video until the end. But let's just get right into it. The first reason why you are unable to find winning products is because you have not smashed that like button down below. Just kidding, but smashing that like button down below really helps me put out more videos just like these ones. Okay, hopefully you have smashed the like button down below. But why can't you find winning products? Let's start by talking about why most dropshippers even fail with product tests in the first place. There's various different reasons as to why dropshippers fail these product tests in the first place, but the number one reason why so many people fail is because of lack of product research. Now, what do I mean by this exactly? You may be thinking that you are going out and doing product research by going through your Facebook newsfeed every single day, or going through your Instagram feeds, or maybe even looking at AliExpress or other product research softwares. And that is exactly where you go wrong, and that is exactly where the lack of proper product research comes in. For product research, many dropshippers go on popular dropshipping platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, etc., or they go on those product research softwares. This is the number one mistake that you can do with your Shopify dropshipping store in order to find winning products. And let me explain why. You want to understand that these popular dropshipping platforms, or these popular product research softwares, are available to a vast majority of other Shopify dropshippers. You are not the only one going through your Facebook newsfeed. You are not the only one going through the product research software that you just bought. What that means is that just like you, there are hundreds and thousands of other dropshippers who have access to that same data. So right from the beginning, you are putting yourself into a big net of competitors. These competitors are probably using the same exact metrics as you in order to determine whether these products are good or not, and these people are also advertising the products in a similar manner to yours. So what that means is that you are basically starting a product test with hundreds of other dropshippers. If you haven't realized by now, this is a bad idea, simply because one thing we don't want to do is test a product which is already saturated. And using these techniques, we're already putting ourselves into a pool of saturated products. So this is where 99% of dropshippers go wrong. That's why I personally do another strategy, which I'll be talking about later on in this video. But second thing is saturated products testing, or this product had already been a winner before. Now, what do I mean by this exactly? Well, with the saturated products, it can be connected to this first point right here, which is just searching through these popular dropshipping platforms, which already hundreds and thousands of other dropshippers are using. Because of that, you're just getting saturated products within your hands. But another way that you kind of fail your product test is that you are testing a product which was a winner previously. Now, this product may have been a winner last year. Maybe it's an air conditioner which you sold last summer, and now it's summertime again, so you want to try that air conditioner. However, this is a wrong way to go with Facebook ads, mostly because a large population has already seen that product if it was a big winning product. So you don't want to go to that same exact audience and showcase those same ads. Now, of course, this will work because new people may have entered that audience. You may get a few sales here and there. However, the impact is not going to be as great as it was previously. I personally have experience with this because I've tried selling the same exact product, which was a seasonal product, time and time again for a period of 3 years, and I noticed that every single year the sales dropped just a little bit for that product. So you want to kind of avoid selling a previous winner. Maybe find another product which looks similar to that main winner but is slightly different and try to advertise that. Now, with Google, this is a completely different story because this can work really well with Google. If you want to know more on how to sell these products on Google, just go ahead and watch some of my videos I put out regarding Google ads. But for Facebook, it's definitely a different game. You want to make sure to find those new winning products and do it in a similar strategy as I will be mentioning very shortly. But another reason why so many people can't find winning products is because they shut off the products too early to avoid a quote loss. And as a result, they end up losing a potential winning product. This is one of the biggest problems that a lot of dropshippers face, simply because they get too scared to spend too much money on a product. They're already on a tight budget, and they end up cutting a product with a half a profit margin to go. What happens because of that is that you're not giving enough room for the product to get fully tested within that audience. Now, there's a good chance that whatever audience was reached with the budget that was spent for that campaign may not have reached the right audience, or the audience may just have been a bad portion of that total audience. So without spending a little bit more money to give Facebook and the campaign just a chance to win, you are really lowering your chances of finding a potential winning product. But this is another reason why so many people fail with their product test. Now, the next big reason why people fail is because they just end up throwing up ads. They just hire somebody from Fiverr or Upwork and they ask them to make a video ad for them. Now, one thing you want to note about these people that make video ads or any other type of ad for your Facebook ads account is that they're taking one generic sample and reusing it over and over again. Of course, they'll find clips for your product, but the way that they put the text in or the way that they lay it all out is all a generic format that they use time and time again, and that does not mean that that format actually works. But another problem with that is a large portion of the Facebook ad audience has already seen those types of ads, because there are so many dropshippers nowadays on Facebook. So if you just go out and hire somebody on Fiverr or Upwork to make a similar ad, your ad is going to basically blend in. Even though it may get viewers and likes and shares, it may not really work properly. So you don't want to be throwing up ads randomly. You don't want to be getting those generic video or image ads from those Fiverr sellers or Upwork sellers. So exactly what should you be doing, knowing all of these reasons as to why your ads have failed? Well, not to worry, because I'm going to be telling you why more of my products are winning products. Now, this list is geared more towards Google. However, a lot of these things can also be applied to Facebook ads before you decide to exit out of this video. But the first thing is, let's start talking about product research, because product research, in my opinion, is one of the most important things you can do in order to get your sales up and through the roof. So one thing that I do, which is why more of my products are winning products, is that I find products from websites which a lot of dropshippers don't normally touch. Now, of course, there will be a few dropshippers who will still go on these websites, but you want to always stand out of the crowd. One easy way to do that is by researching on these kinds of websites which don't have a lot of dropshipper traffic. The number one website is Amazon. I keep on talking about this in a lot of my other videos, so you want to definitely check them out if you haven't already. But Amazon Movers and Shakers list or Amazon Today's Deals section, those are all perfect to find potential six-figure winning products, both for Google and Facebook or other advertising platforms which you may want to use. Second is eBay. Third is big brands. Now, these big brands, a lot of people don't touch because they feel that they cannot dropship these products or they can't source them from anywhere, and that is far from the truth. In fact, a lot of these big brands like Walmart or Costway are actually dropshipping products from China. If you just go on their website and do a little search through the categories, you'll be able to find that those products you can actually source from websites like AliExpress or eBay. The next source that I use to find these products is Google Merchant Center. I've already made a video on this on how you can find products from the Google Merchant Center, but that section of the Google Merchant Center is an absolute must, because about 99% of dropshippers don't even have an idea about it, and the 1% that doesn't really use that section. And there's a lot of potential hidden six-figure winning products within the Google Merchant Center, which you absolutely want to check out. So this is how I personally do my product research. The criteria to find these winners is the absolute same. If you're using Facebook, make sure the product has some kind of wow factor, it's not too expensive, and you can make a good video ad or find a good image to make an ad out of. But those things are what matter for Facebook. With Google, of course, if you've been following me, you know that you want to have good search volume. You want to make sure that you can get at least $25 of minimum profit from that product, and you don't have as many competitors with Google Ads. But product research, number one thing which you need to get right if you want to find more winning products. Second thing is, how do you even test the products? Because even though you may have the right product, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to test it the right way. And if you don't test it the right way, there's a very high chance that it will not be a winning product for you. So how do you exactly go about testing products? In my experience, what I found is that bulk testing products is the best way to go, not only for your pocket, but also for the overall algorithm, because you give the algorithm, regardless of which website you use to advertise, more room to play with. So when it comes to Google Ads, here's exactly how you should be testing products. I personally have one general testing campaign for Google Ads, and within that general testing campaign, I have multiple different products running at a single time. And this is why I definitely prefer Google over Facebook, because Google gives me the ability to test multiple different products all at the same time. I can't necessarily do this with Facebook. Now with Facebook, I have another strategy which I'll be talking about shortly, but with Google, I can have up to 1,000 or even 1,000,000 products inside of one general testing campaign, as long as my budget is equivalent to the number of products I have. Now, that doesn't mean my budget should be $1 million a day for 1,000,000 products, but it should be considerably high for the number of products that I have. With Facebook, here's exactly how you can test multiple products. You want to have one campaign. This could be a general campaign or it could be a CBO. Within that campaign, you want to have 5 different ad sets. Each ad set should be running at about $25 a day or more, because we're going to be testing multiple different products within that ad set. Now, I like to normally give about $10 per product, so this would be $30 per ad set, simply because I have 3 ads within each ad set, and each ad is for a different product. Now, before you go crazy, just remember that these 3 ads are all for products within the same niche. So you can't sell a 3D printer and then go sell off a bicycle in the second ad. You want to make sure that if you're selling a 3D printer, the 3 ads are for different types of 3D printers, so maybe different designs. You should stay within the same niche. The closer you are, the better it is and the better results that you'll get. But this has allowed me to find more winners at a much faster pace compared to just testing it one by one. But you want to be testing until you reach the profit margin, regardless of which platform you use, plus $5 to $15. So if your 3D printer has a profit margin of $50, maybe let the ad spend about $55 up to even $60. Maybe if you have a big budget, $70. You want to give it just a little bit extra room to kind of fully get tested, because if it is not fully tested, you could potentially leave out a winning product on the table. So make sure that you're testing until the profit margin. But this brings me to the last point, which is actually how to even do the ads. Now for the ads, I don't pay as much attention to them as I pay to my back end, because you want to have an optimized back end. And if you have a mediocre or even a low quality ad which is still getting you clicks, you can still get a lot of sales and you can still make a lot of profits if you have an optimized back end. So this is exactly what I recommend. First, focus on your product page. Without having a good product page, you're just not able to get the profits that you want. The product page needs to be in order. Everything needs to look very professional. You should not have trust badges. You should not have unnecessary timers and so forth. If you want more info on that, just check out a few of my videos on how to set up your product pages. But in addition, you want to set up the email flows, the SMS flows, and basically everything in the back end that you need to set up. What this is going to do is that it's going to stop the leak within your funnel. Let's face it, majority of the people that come onto your product page are just going to leave without purchasing anything, and that's absolutely fine, because that's just how e-commerce works. However, if you have your back end in place, you are going to be getting a large portion of these lost customers back, simply because they find your email attractive or your SMS caught their eye and they want to use a coupon code which you sent them. So these things make a big difference when it comes to running the ads. Don't just focus on the ads, don't just focus on the ad copy, focus on the back end as well. But for the ads themselves, you want to have a very basic layout. Just make sure to have a video ad if it's a product which requires a demonstration, or an image ad for other types of products. With Google, make sure to have a very high quality image. But this is generally why I'm able to find more winning products compared to normal dropshippers. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that all of my products are winners. I have a lot of products that actually lose me money. But overall, if you are able to find winners which get you all of that lost money back plus a few extra dollars, that means you have successfully dropshipped the right way. But I do offer one-on-one consulting, one-on-one mentoring for Google Ads specifically. If you're wanting to take your store to the next level and start using Google Ads, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram account is @DedicatedYoung. But if you found any type of value in this video, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.